Hi, Ahmed.
Hello, how are you today, Elena?
Great, great. Today we decided to meet and share our stories. So people who listen to us and come to our energy field to learn what we learned can know, can connect and see that what we share here in our program and totally when we come to speak. And why we speak. It is not something that we read from books or just theory. It is important for people, I believe, that when they listen someone, they really connect and understand that we had experience, we lived that situation, we overcame challenges, we know what it means when you don't have goals, when you don't feel fulfilled, when you feel stuck, and how it feels such a big gap between what you know and you're always open to learn more and what you do, and how it feels frustrating when you learn and you know so much and you think that you already have to be successful with all this knowledge which you have and what all this a passion to grow, and you feel stuck, you don't see results which you want, and you just look other people, they're successful, and you think, what is wrong with me, like why I just cannot connect the dots. And this is why this video, I think, will be very good to know about us a little bit and see what stories we have behind and what really makes us so passionate to share this knowledge, because we know how valuable it was for our transformation. As for me, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine my life without the knowledge which I got from our mentor. Yeah, we had the same mentor who is the most, I would say, transformational thought leader. Yeah, he was such a legend, Bob Proctor. And for me, it was really such a huge, huge dream when I started working with him and had an opportunity to learn from him. I was just like that vacuum, vacuum. I wanted to grasp every word. I was recording every phrase and studied him. And of course, the most important, not only study and and learn what I, the biggest thing I think that I learned from Bob Proctor is to implement, start not not just going for so many books to read, but start implementing, read one paragraph and implement one paragraph and go deep and understand how it can help you, what you can learn, what you can change in you, and go deep and study yourself. And that is why I'm so grateful that I got access to this knowledge which transformed my life. And this what makes me so passionate about helping other people also to wake up. Yeah, but I really say that it's like wake up from that hypnotic state in which most people live, having all those automatic programs in subconscious mind, which run their life on autopilot. And what about you, Ahmed?
I love what you said. I love really what you said, Elena. And I will start. Who am I? Who am I? This is a deep question. And I cannot be enough grateful for my mentor, Bob Proctor, who really, I did not have the opportunity to meet him because he already passed away by the time I was introduced to his products. But I think his spirit is still here in his products, in his videos, in everything, in everything. And this video is essential. Why it's essential? Because there is something that everyone must ask him or herself, to whom I'm listening, to whom I am listening. this question you must ask yourself every day. To whom am I listening? Because this is one of the essential and vital points that will define your future. To whom you are observing. So whom you are observing, whom you are following, whom you are looking for. Are you looking for successful people, for leaders who have results, who did results, who transformed in their lives, who created something that you want? Or you're looking on the other side? So that's so essential to create this episode, to talk about us, not to impress you at all, just to impress upon you. Because if we did that, you can do it. It all depends on you. I'm Ahmed Assaf. I'm Lebanese. But that doesn't define me. I'm Lebanese, a mentor, a self-improvement expert, and performance leader. So why I get to this point? I never imagined in my life I will be here doing that. And that's so essential for everyone to look for their passion. That doesn't mean leave everything and just look for your passion. But just ask yourself this question: what do I really want? And that's what inspired me, is to inspire individuals to excel and create a life that they truly love and they desire and they deserve. So I did a master's degree in mechatronics engineering. I had MBA, master's in business, and overall like 15 years experience in project management, facility management. But listen to that, because some of who's listening to us would be worried between balancing between the education they have and the debt if they have and the knowledge that they have. But if I can talk about me, I was at $200,000 debt. Once I finished my master's degree, I was on, that was back, I think, 2012, 200,000 debt. So that was my number one mistake that I did by that time. I was not aware of it. And that's why I always tell everyone, just once you look back to the past, it's done. And everything happened in the past was essential to get you to the point where you are now. So I thought at the beginning of my journey that, okay, I have 200,000 debt dollar. So I was thinking that it's about hard work. So I thought that hard work would be the only way to get out of to get where I want. Because all my journey, I was looking for financial freedom. But imagine there was like a lid, which is the debt. And that's why I work now with individuals all over the world, especially who have debt. I know what does that mean if you have debt. And I started like working as an MEP engineer, and eventually I became the head of the department by 2018 in that company. And I forgot to tell you something here, that despite that outer success, that, okay, I'm a head of department, but I still have that feeling I'm feeling stuck. So if I go off with the progress that I did, I was wishing and hoping the progress to be faster, but I was very slow. I don't know why. I was very slow moving for the things that I wanted. And now that's my new favorite thing to do, is to help people break through from that stuck feeling and move forward to life that they deserve. In 2018, I decided to get a new leap into a new facility manager role, overseeing $3 billion assets under my management. And it was not an easy decision, but I have nothing to lose. It was a great opportunity. And here was the one of the biggest mistake that I made once I want to get to the point of the financial freedom, achieving financial freedom, is I was waiting too long to take control of my destiny. And this is what I can tell to everyone. Don't wait too much. Time is the only thing that you can have. You are spending your time and money anyway. So I want you to just be aware, where are you spending your time and money? And from that role, I've learned lots of lessons, essential lessons, definiteness of decision, accountability, and the courage and to act fast. So through my journey, I've learned a lot. And I'm sure that everyone is working, everyone is in the corporate world, or even he's a business owner or something, or or have a career. They have the experience about working hard and not seeing any results. So much of them, I'm meeting a lot of people like that. I'm working hard, but I'm not getting anything. But I want you to realize something that I've learned, that your mindset would be the number one thing holding you back. So once you are aware of that point, this would be the starting point to move. And through my journey, I was meeting lots of individuals between 40 to 60 years old who are stuck in their circumstances and their conditions and in their lives and their environment. That's what made me move to do something different. So I get to the point through the beginning of 2020, I was on the zero level. I had the opportunity to close all the debt. And from that moment, and COVID already was there, the pandemic was there, and I was stuck at my home. And I made the decision to start going through this personal journey, personal discover of what do I really want, of untapping the real potential, what can I do? But here's the thing, I want to everyone to be listening to us, who's listening to us. If he's in debt, do not let the debt hold you back from the life that you deserve. And don't let the debt, because the debt has kept me 10 years just stuck, moving, but very slowly. It's okay. Now you can leverage the knowledge that we have from the best teachers, so you can leverage the time and leverage yourself to get to the life of freedom that you're looking for. And beginning of 2020, I went go through reading books, watching some great leaders through YouTube. But to be very frank, the change was so minor, like 20% or 25% in my income. So I was frustrated. It's not about that. Then I thought maybe because of miss of knowledge. So I said to myself, I have masters in engineering. Why I don't have masters in business so I can have my own business? That's what I was looking for. But the things I was like going forward and backward is like swinging. So one thing that you must be doing now is stop using excuses if you want to go ahead. Just once I decided to take control of my life transformed. So it's about irrevocable committed decision. And that's how we work with our mentees. Then I started the MBA beginning of 22. And through that year, I was having a business mentor. His name is Chris Hill. I really want to thank this person because really This was the real transformation started in 22, beginning of 22. So through that year, I did very well financially. I've did lots of I did 3 investments: a contracting company, family business, and agriculture project, organic walnut, and another investment in real estate and stocks. So the thing here is, through that year, I did very well, but by the end of the year, I was looking more. I want more, because I found out that I have infinite potential. I can do lots more. And through that point, I would love to share 3 mistakes for the people who are building their wealth to avoid. Number 1 is going alone. I thought I can do it alone. Number 2 is ignoring the expert advice. And that's why I said at the beginning, ask or listen, or ask yourself to whom you are listening. Are you listening to an expert, someone who did it, or someone theoretically? You're reading books, just theoretical things. I want you to listen. Don't ignore the expert advices. And the third one, I was delaying action. Okay, I have the intention to do something, and then I'm not doing it. So if you put the one habit that really changed my life was doing it now and worry later. Doing it now, worry later. So you can create a life of freedom. So that's why, to fast track this, my success, the transformation and the mentorship was the key. Beginning of 23, I was introduced to Bob Proctor material, and I joined one of his programs that really changed my life. Because through that year, I was started beginning of 23. I was looking and seeking diving deeper about the human potential, the wealth management, and the business and the success. That's why I was attracted to that person. And once I started listening to his videos, everything starts to connect in my mind, where I was winning and why I was winning, where I was losing and why I was losing. I've learned about the laws, and I've learned about the universe laws. I call it the God's laws, not the physical laws that I've learned in the school and the engineering. And that's why I found that there's lots of knowledge they never taught it to us. It was classified. So I found a change in my life through that year. I started applying on myself. The goal was, even in 23, is just to help myself first so I can help others, so I can guide and lead others. And I tripled my income. I take away like 10 kilograms of my body, having happy, healthy, wealthy life. And most importantly, I found my true purpose, which is coaching, empowering others to create a life of freedom that they always dreamed of. So if you want to jump into personal transformation, because freedom demands personal transformation, as my mentor Arash Vasuki said that. I'm still working with him. So don't make the mistake I did, waiting for the perfect time. The best time is now. Beginning of 24, I realized, or my realization and observation led me to start and initiate a self coaching co beginning of 24, where we help others live their best life that they deserve, and stop wasting time and money, because mentorship is the key. Mentorship is the key. This is ultimate guide to achieve freedom, and building the life you love, but with the people that they did it before. That's why go look. First, ask yourself to whom you are listening. The number one mistake you can avoid now and avoid being stuck and say enough is enough is to act and stop waiting.
Yeah, great, great to hear your story, Ahmed. And this is something I think why we connected, why we met, because we have so much mutual in our stories. I also have two master degrees, and I always was very fond of studying and learning. And I was thinking that when I get my master degrees, and one of them is in international economic relations, and if I study good, I will have great opportunities. And I graduated with two diplomas of excellency. I was the best. Yes, we in our country it was red diploma. Everyone was getting blue diploma, and my diploma was red. So I got my like top grades, and then I found out that um, when I started working in the university, it was just a hobby for me because it was so small paid job that I was not happy. So I was always having my own business aside, and that in university it was my just hobby because I want to teach. I always loved people. I always loved to teach. And then it gradually I came to understanding that this career is not something what I want to do. And I got involved in network marketing. And in network marketing, I became very successful. I became international leader with more than 9,000 people in my downline. And that um, came to the point that I became very financially successful. And I didn't know, although I didn't know who I was. After knowing so much and speaking four languages and traveling more than 20 countries, I found myself in a very bad situation. I was successful financially, but I didn't know who I am. What is my goal? If you asked me what is my goal, I couldn't even tell. I knew that I have to invest money, so I was buying property and investing money in different companies, different assets. And that is what I was doing. But if someone asked what is my purpose in life, I wouldn't know. And it finished up that I lost lost most of what I had, and finally, even my friends stolen my three houses and car. So it was really such a big disaster which happened that became for me a very big awakening call. I understood that this is not who I am. I understood that I was not doing something that I really wanted to do in life that really had meaning for me. And look at that situation, everything was stolen, everything was taken, or some crisis also economically happened that also I had a lot of losses. And this became for me a very huge awakening call to start asking myself who I really am, what I really want in life. I looked back and I saw so many years when I was studying and trying to be my best, getting those grades, getting those diplomas, working hard, creating all these financial assets. And I understood that these material things can be taken just so fast within one day. And if we don't have something bigger, if we are not value ourselves, that can be really disaster. So what my takeaway was from that situation, I decided that I want to be value. I decided I don't want to put my uh, intentions to grow wealth outside of me, and I wanted to find the meaning of my life. I wanted to know what is that really I want and how I want to live, because never I asked myself these questions. Never I studied myself with knowing so much in international diplomacy and what agreement and what happened in which year in different countries. I had so much knowledge, but I didn't know who I was. Nobody taught me who I was. And that is why it became such a big gap between my outside world, that people looked at me and they were thinking that I am very successful. And this is how people were attracted to me, not because of me, because of money I had. And that is why when I lost everything, I also lost the friends, because I was not interested for them anymore. And that became a period about 6 months for my deeper, deeper searching for the meaning, for understanding why the situation happened, like what I really want in life. And in this progress, how it is said that when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. And I think it was exactly what happened. I became ready. I was looking for meaning. I was looking for purpose in life. I knew that I had a very big potential. This is why I had so much desire and passion to learn, because I thought that when I learn, I will become that. I will have that opportunity to express that big potential, because I knew always that I have to do something big from I was small. I always was not average. Never was mediocre. I always wanted more, and I did the more. I always was leader. I always wanted to be the best, and then everything crashed. So that was really big awakening call for me, and I found, as you, Ahmed, said, you went to YouTube. I also went to YouTube because that time in my country, I lived in Ukraine, and there was nothing about mentors, coaching. It is not so much developed area in my country. So I went to YouTube. I started listening to videos. I found Joe Dispenza that very resonated with me. I was listening to Tony Robbins, to different thought leaders, and this is how I found Bob Proctor. And when I was listening Bob Proctor, every word resonated with me so much. And I think that he was the first one who I heard about deciding what you really want, what you really want. And then I wrote on the on the uh, paper, like flip chart.
Break on.
Yeah, I had flip chart, and I wrote that I want to work with Bob Proctor, and I wrote some other names, and it became like a miracle, because when I wrote that on flip chart, Bob Proctor, I want to work with him, I had no idea. I was in Ukraine. I heard from him just from YouTube. He was in Canada. How I could work with him. But this is really like a miracle. In 2 weeks' time, I was in an event with Grant Cardone, and in breakout room, I saw the guy who, in his background, he had photo with Bob Proctor. And I immediately contacted him and I asked him how it happened you have photo with Bob Proctor. And he said that I am Bob Proctor consultant. I work with him in the corporate. And I said, "Oh, how I can know more?" And he said, "We will have event in 2 days. Would you like to attend?" And I said, "Yes." And when I attended that event, I heard Bob Proctor speaking and telling that there is opportunity to work with him and become PJ consultant. That I just decided that this is what I wanted all my life. You know, this is feeling when You find something like a treasure, and you just think that all your life you have been looking for that. And this is exactly feeling which I had that feeling that I whatever I was looking for in all these studies, there was just the way to find this knowledge, find this treasure, in which I dived so deep. And this was the knowledge which cannot be compared with anything else that I had learned before, because this knowledge was about me. I understood who I was, what potential I had. I understood about mind, about mindset, about body, about actions, why it is so big gap between what we know and what we do. I understood that we were programmed. I had been programmed by other people. I had my self-image, which was built by other people, which I genetically got so many different things which was not originated by me. And that was first time when I decided that I want to be author of my life. This is my time. I can create my identity. I can start creating new habits. I can start reprogramming my beliefs and choose beliefs which will be aligned with my goal. And now I found my true purpose. And this is what makes us to be here with Ahmed, because we both have love to people and a passion about sharing this knowledge, teaching them. And this is why we find our biggest fulfillment and biggest passion, because when we know how important this knowledge was for us, how it totally transformed my life, I cannot imagine. And Bob always said that in 6 months, when you work with me, you will need the telescope to see yourself back. And I really can tell that. When I look back, I don't even know how I could be successful with that mindset, with having no knowledge about who I was, not knowledge about the universal laws, about success, about wealth. And now I understand that why I lost everything became just a reason. Yes, it became just a effect, of course, which was me, because I was not doing things according to the laws. I wasn't not aware. I was doing something, and these things were coming and going. Because now I understand that I was not equivalent. I was getting big money, but my awareness was not at the level of that money. That is why everything what was coming was just passing through me, and I was still where I was. And that is why we have to grow. And when I started investing in myself first time in my life, in my personal development and growth, this is how I grew, and this is how my awareness grew. And now I understand things which I didn't understand before, and now I can see so clear things which I was not aware of. And that is why when you really get this knowledge, you cannot hide it anymore, and you understand that this is so vital. This is just must to be taught. And because it is not taught in schools and kindergartens, in universities, it's just not taught. And this is why maybe it is called the secret, that people have to find it, because you cannot force people to you cannot force people to grow. It has to come out of them. They should learn for this knowledge. And when they learn, this is how they will find it. And this is, I think, what happened for us together, yes, and Ahmed. And when we were ready and we started to learn in this, we started to looking for real transformational way, how we can be better, how we can do and have more, how we can grow. Then this knowledge got revealed to us. And this is why now we're so happy and passionate about sharing this knowledge with other people, to help them to raise their awareness and consciousness, and become those people who they meant to be, to feel this life with fulfillment, happiness, and real joy.
Elena, this knowledge, it's not a secret. This is the secret. It's not a secret. It's once you are ready, and there is a something called teachability index, is once you are willing to learn, once you are willing to accept change, so this index will tell you when you are ready to pay the price and make the necessary changes and accept it and move on. As you said, through your journey, you have an impressive journey so far. So there was lots of courage in it. There was lots of definite decisions, irrevocable decisions. That's what I want. And you know what you want, what was definite. So that's why now we're continuing this journey in helping and help to improve this world. And really, the main thing is to keep or make a positive mark on the world. Solving those major problems and awareness, because awareness is your responsibility. And as we said, responsibility is the key to freedom. And then you talk about the understanding. Understanding is the key to freedom. Understanding what? Is once you start studying yourself. Because from my experience, more than 15 years, I found out the best return on investment was in my personal growth and my professional development. And now we're able to enable and inspire others to do so. That's our goal. But here's the thing. Through our experience, me and Elena, we work with inspirationally dissatisfied individuals. So they are inspirational, but they are dissatisfied through my journey. I was like that. Who want to multiply the results. We were like that. They have a great desire to change. I was having great desire to change. I'm still having great desire to change because every day I can be better in what I'm doing. Every day I can be 1% better. I can master what I'm doing. We want them to stop grinding because we grinded a lot in our life. Because we're not here in this life to be grinding. We're not supposed to be. We want you to do it effortlessly. And the last one is really create a life of freedom that you deserve. So from our experiences, which somehow our stories is somehow the same, we're not working with everyone. We work with the people who really, we whom used to be in the past. We don't want them to be there anymore to create a real shift, a massive quantum leap in their life. So this is number one. But they want them, number two, to be effective. And they would ask me, would that work? They're doubting. Though that depends on you, not on us. That works if you do the work. That's why we work with the people who do the work, who are all in, who throw their chips all in. We want to do it no matter what. And from that point, we are creating and crafting to empower you transformational programs that really will transform your personal and professional life. So it depends on you how much you are able to learn, how much you are able to accept the change on yourself, how much your willingness to move and pay the price, the return on that, whether it's money, mentorship, effort, discipline, it depends on you. So whether you're stuck, feeling inspired but stuck, you want more, you're aiming to multiply your results, 3x, 5x, and really create a life freedom of that you deserve, we can be your trusted guide. So together, we will embark on a transformative journey to enhance and enable you to enhance your consistency, your habits, your attitude, your identity, which is the self-image, your standards, decisions, and discipline. So those, once you enhance it, working on your mindset, all this journey will enable you to conquer yourself from doubt, worry, fear and anxiety. Most of us, we've been there. That doesn't mean we don't have that fear anymore, but we have the conscious fear. We are aware of it. We know how to control it. And we will teach you step by step what to do and how to do it. And pave the way for a fulfilling, high quality life that we're living, and we want you to live it because you deserve it, leaving you assured that and confident in your abilities. So that depends on you to make the decision, because everything starts with the decision. Your current results always tells you the truth, and it's telling you what have been your choices in the past, your thoughts and the mindset in the past, but don't let it dictate your future. So make a decision today to step out, and I will get to the first point: to whom you are listening. Be aware to whom you are listening, and from that point you cannot go far. You need mentors. Look for great mentors. Warren Buffett said that we always need great mentors. We always. So look for a great mentor, and we could be your trusted guide from our experience. And what makes us unique is it's not our knowledge. We are just teachers. We are just prophets. We're moving these messengers. And we will keep you in a loop of quantum leaps, continuous quantum leaps. And that by law, not by luck. There's nothing called by luck. The laws of the mind, and I will call it not universal, God's laws, the nature laws. What makes us different from others is we will create a permanent change, a permanent one. So once you are able to understand what we are saying and grasping it and start doing lots of repetition, this is how we'll get you to the point to be an unconscious competent with a great success habits, with the new patterns, with the new vibrations, with a new frequency to achieve whatever you want. I want to thank you, Elena, for this amazing episode, and I will leave it to you so you can close.
Yes, and remember that the goals which you are seeking for, they also seeking for you. Everything that you're seeking for is seeking for you, and everything is already there, already exists. And what you have to do is just match yourself with the frequency of your desires, and this is what will happen when you grow in your awareness, in your consciousness. And as Ahmed said, when you create new habits, you become aware of your beliefs, and you will choose beliefs which will help you to get there. And all this transformation happens when you understand the laws of universe and start doing things according to these laws. So we are really happy to share with you everything what we know, everything what helped us, and our mission is to really make this knowledge available for the most people as ever possible.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, and see you again soon.
Looking forward to embrace this transformative journey together and really create a quantum leap in 2025 because you deserve it. Just be all in, take a committed decision, and move on. Don't wait for the perfect time because the perfect time is but now, just now.
Yes, do it now, do it now, do it now.
Worry later.